Welcome to ADHD Power Tools, where we give you the tools to unlock the power within. Hello, Brooke. Today I want to ask you, what are some tools you can give us on prioritization?
So prioritization is a very popular question I get asked by my clients. What should I do first? I have this long to-do list and everything seems like a priority to me. So how do I know what's important and what's not? And the first thing I would say is what's important is what your goals are. So if your actions are aligning with your goals and your values, then those are your priorities. And you might say, well, what if I have two goals and I have two actions that are important? Well, that is when you then would differentiate between the urgency of the task. So if something is important, which is goal-oriented and value-driven, then what's the timeline? Is it something that needs to happen right away, or can something else come first and then you can work on that later? Urgency, importance. Stephen Covey breaks it down so nicely in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People with the priority matrix. And he talks about the urgency and importance are the things that are value driven. Not important items like text messages, emails that are coming through. And very often we get bogged down by that first thing, and we're giving other people the attention, because a lot of us ADHDers are people pleasers. So we attend to other people's needs first, and we're not taking care of our own. So for prioritization, to start off, it's important to make a list of everything that you do need to get done, right? And then from there, highlight, underline, whatever the things that are important and urgent, and then block it out in your schedule and put, one thing each day. You can break it down if it's a big to-do, and focus on that one thing.
Yeah.
When we try to focus on two things at the same time, it doesn't get done. So the most successful people focus on one thing at a time, see it through until completion, and also are checking in on themselves periodically throughout the day. The most successful people are checking in on themselves every hour of the day to make sure that they're following through on their goals and their actions that they had scheduled out.
Yes. And I like what you say, focus on one thing at a time. Us with ADHD, we tend to have so much enthusiasm when we wake up every day, or some days we don't. And we want to do everything at once. We want to do all at once, and we want to get it all completed out the way. Sometimes we need to focus on what's important, what's urgent. Like you said, we have so much on our to-do list. We want to fix it all. And this leads to what? Focusing on one thing leads to stress, guilt, panic, second guessing. Oh no, oh no, oh no. But the truth is, we're not going to be productive if we do a bunch of things at the same time. We need to do one thing at a time, because you don't want to dilute your attention.
Correct.
You don't want to dilute your attention. It's not what we want to do. It's going to make us unproductive. So what I do when I make my priority list is the day before. I always do the day before. I've said this before. I have my little flashcards right here, my little spindle of accomplishments. I'll show it again. It's right here.
I love it.
And I write down all my tasks that I need to do the day before. And there's a whole umbrella of priorities and things that are important to me, whether it's hygiene, work, family, friends, school, diet, sleep, exercise. And I write down everything. Then I organize them. How long does each thing take? When is it due? When does it need to be done? And how important is it to me? And the problem is, this runs back to us, and we want to do everything at the same time. This is how I figure out, when am I going to start what first. I look at, okay, I've said this in a previous episode, unfinished tasks usually linger in the back of my head. And anything unfinished, don't matter how long it is, something that I have not finished, I like to get that out the way. Or something small, annoying, eating the frog. You've said that a long time ago, eating the frog. You told me about that. It's really helpful. And then I ask myself the most important question: which certain task, if I finish it right now, get it out the way, will make me feel better, positive, relaxed, clear mind? What's going to make me feel better right now? And I run it back to that. And that is usually something that's due really soon, something that I need to get out the way. And I always run it back to that question.
Yes.
I always like to ask that question, and that's what makes me feel better. I get that task out the way.
And the big elephant in the room is we can know what we're going to be doing and we can prioritize it beautifully. We can schedule it, but unless there's accountability, it doesn't get done.
Yes.
So very often clients love body doubling. We have that community. Also, maybe sharing with someone else that you are going to get something done during that day. Setting those timers. Okay, I'm going to focus on this one thing for 20 minutes, take a 5-minute break, come back. It's not just knowing what you're going to do, it's how you'll have it done and when you'll have it done by.
100%. And always check in. I like the accountability. It's always been helpful. I use it a lot when with my girlfriend, my friends, studying together in study groups. And I like asking my other friends, how do you prioritize? I like asking them, getting their opinions as well. It's always good to figure out what they do, what helps them, and checking in with yourself before you check in with the world. Check your priority list before you check other people's priority list. Before you check your emails, your texts, focus on your priorities before the priorities of others. And that helps you a lot. That helps me a lot. And that
your bed.
Yes, my bed, right?
That's a book about discipline in the morning, like doing things for yourself. But you're right. The day, there's so many distractions and so many things that are that we're doing for others. And if we can center and be mindful of not checking our phone as soon as we roll out of bed, and taking a walk right away, or reading, or doing your morning routine without getting onto your phone or emails, you are taking care of yourself and your goals first.
Exactly. And even if you do check your phone, because we do have alarms on our phones, we tend to go on that first and check the time, et cetera, et cetera. There's also emails. I mean, emails are obviously, I guess, you get more important tasks and things to do via email. So check in with your priorities before you check your email. I always do that. I always make sure I do that every morning, check in with myself, look at my priority list and ask that main question. What certain task, if I do right now, get it out the way, will make me feel better, relaxed, clear-minded, positive, and just continue on the day. Play some pumped up music and just get on with my day.